Alright guys, we are back again with the Dude's Inner Treasure Box. And a lot of you guys have speculated about what might be in this thing. I have absolutely no clue. Some of you said it might be a Bali or, you know, like an acid D10 or some other impossibility. I hope not. I really hope there's not an inner box with one of those on it. But anyway, here's what we're dealing with. We still got, I think it's about 6 or 7 locks left. Today we're going to take a look at, we're kind of going in sequence here. Let's take a look at this little guy. It almost looks like a master lock, doesn't it? I mean, it's got the laminated, it's got a couple of rivets going through it, but obviously it's a combination lock. I've never seen anything like it. There is something here. I'll try to lift this up, but it looks like it's overstamped. I can't quite make out what that says. I think it says something 20 millimeter, and on the top, I think it says Thai. It either says Thai Bob or Thai 508. Well, let's go ahead and pick it. We'll take a little bit closer look at it. But again, I've never seen anything like it, but it is a combination lock. And the fact that it looks like a master, hopefully it'll act like one, because combination locks are not my strength. All right, in looking at this, I can already see that on this side, the shackle, let me zoom in a little bit here so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at. This side here, you can see it's loose. I mean, it's flopping around there. I can probably, you could probably, yeah, you can. You can twist it open. I'm not going to do that because that would not be picking it. That would not be fair. I'll do that as a last resort. If I have to cheat, that's how I will cheat. But that tells me, because I can see the bottom of the shackle there, it's only locking on this side. And because there are 3 wheels here, there are probably 3 cutouts in this shackle that the gates will pass through. So I'm thinking if I pull down and I focus all of my downward pressure on that side, let's try it, then some of these, or hopefully one, if we do it right, let me get my fat finger back there. Okay, it's still free floating, but that top one does bind. See that second one still free floats, and so does the bottom one. So let's push down and turn that top one. I may actually have to let off on some of my pressure here. Get that thing to turn. It's binding so well for me. Okay, right there. See how now, with the same amount of pressure, it free floats, but if that's a gate, it's somewhere between, well, I'm going to say 5 and 6. Now, on the other side of this lock is where, well, you probably can't see it now because of dang focus. The autofocus only works when there's no zoom. Here's the line that we're supposed to line everything up, but I'm sure that the dude deliberately put it on this way. It doesn't matter. Since we're picking it, we don't know what numbers to line up anyway. So we'll just stick with this plan. Put that back in the center, zoom back in on it, and let's just continue down this road of potential failure. All right, so let's make sure it's still lined up between 5 and 6. So hopefully we beat that first one. Again, I'm going to use my same chubby fingers there to pull down, and let's see what we got here. That one's bound. Okay, both of these two are bound. I'm going to put it on 6. It was between what, 6 and 7 or 5 and 6? Between 5 and 6. Let's put it on 6, like right there. And now the center one is kind of bound up and the bottom one is turning. Let me try, since I can reach the bottom one, if I try to turn that center one, I'm going to, because of the how thin these discs are, I'm probably going to end up turning several at the same time. So let's turn that bottom one first. And I'm going to use a probe to do it, because I can't get my finger on that tiny little disc. And that, I guess, could be a potential problem. Okay, there, that guy's still good. That guy's bound. Now, because it looks like this is very sharp and this is aluminum, I don't want to scrape it. So I'm just going to release the pressure and turn it one number at a time so I don't damage the dude's lock. I'm looking for a gate. I could force it, but if it slipped, it would leave a gouge in that aluminum. Don't want to do that. Okay, there's, feels like a gate between 1 and 2, so it was between looks like 5, actually between 5 and 7. And this one is between 1 and 2. Let's put it on 1, and let's put that one on, I guess, 6. Okay, this one is definitely binding. So again, one at a time so I don't put a gouge in this aluminum disc. Okay, now we got a 6, an 8, and now the bottom one is now binding. Okay, and there we go. So it was a 1. It had slipped over a little bit. So there we go. If we flip him over, what was that? 6, 8, 1 on this side. So 6, 8, 1, when we line it up over, let's see, 6, 8, and 1. And that means over here, the combination would be, looks like 1, 3, 6. And there we got to open. All right, let's see if we can unzoom this thing so he'll cooperate with us. And you guys tell me what you think that says. I think it says Thai 508. And I have no idea on the bottom there. Anyway, guys, there you go. The, I guess, Thai 508 Master Lock Combo lookalike. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe, stay legal, and this ought to be pretty easy. Hopefully. All right, guys, this really didn't take very long when I took a look at the length of the video. I thought, let's make this another one of the twofers, and I'll go for this guy. I'm going to show you how I used to do these when I had to do it in an official capacity, and a lot of you guys suggested the same technique. It's only 3 numbers. It is a master lock. You're supposed to read the combination right here in these little windows, but it doesn't matter because this thing will naturally open itself. Now, you can try it, you know, sequentially. Start with 3 zeros and go all the way up to 999, and hopefully at some point you'd hit it. But that's 1,000 possible combinations, and that could take a while. I found, I mean, it is a master lock. I found it's better just to let the lock open itself, and I do this randomly. What I'm going to do is, I guess I can pull, I'm trying to find a good angle. I can push down on the body, and then I just randomly turn these little wheels. You don't even have to look at the numbers, and in fact, they're probably all covered up on my thumb anyway, but what will happen is that as you flip through these kind of randomly, it will eventually find its own gates, like that. And it's quite forceful, as you hear when that thing popped open. That's a lot faster than trying to do it sequentially through 1,000 possible combinations. You can usually do it by that random technique. Just keep a lot of downward pressure, and you can usually do it within 2 minutes. Anyway, guys, there you go. Typical of master lock, high security items, yeah? Anyway, appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal.